And that's why Magic Johnson will never die. Welcome back to WFFN News at 9. My name is Chip Glidesdale. Recently, the buzz with nuclear energy has been quite explosive. Join me to the Hot Zone with Dr. Hubert Mapplethorpe. Hot Zone. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Dr. Mapplethorpe and having an extensive conversation with him about today's nuclear energy and technology. Hello there, I'm Chip Glidesdale. Welcome to the Hot Zone. Here I am.
Please. My name is Dr. Hubert S. Mapplethorpe,
and
PhD, DDS, MD, WMD, DDR, NODCP, NAAACP.
And we welcome you to the Hot Zone once again.
Thank you, sir.
Today our topic, nuclear energy. Now, Doctor, tell me a little bit about nuclear energy.
Well, Chip, it all started with Enrico Fermi, and he is considered one of the major discoverers, if you might want to say, of nuclear energy. The physicist born in Rome, Italy, was the first scientist to split an atom, and his research later led to the nuclear power generation. Fermi obtained his degree from the University of Pisa in 22, and he later went on as a lecturer in the University of Florence, Italy. He was born in, I don't know when he was born actually, but it was in 1934 when Fermi achieved success in his beta ray emission theory in radioactivity. Then he pursued further study to determine creation of artificially radioactive isotopes, and yeah.
All right.
There's a lot to do with him.
Now, and Hubert, how does a nuclear power station work?
Well, it works very similarly to that fossil fuel station, but it's a chain reaction in the reactor that creates the heat. And yeah.
Please go on.
The reactor uses uranium rods as fuel, and the heat is generated by nuclear fission. Neutrons smash into the nucleus of the uranium atoms, which split roughly in half and release energy in the form of heat. Carbon dioxide gases or water are pumped through the reactor to take the heat away, and then the heats water to make steam. The steam drives the turbines, at the bottom of them, and which drives the generators, and that's what makes the electricity.
Now, Hubert, please tell me, what are some of the pros and cons of nuclear energy?
Well, pros, there's very little pollution. You know, we don't use a whole lot, so there's not much that goes into the air or into the ground or the sea with the fish that you need to worry about very majorly. Well, very reliable. Nuclear energy is very reliable and almost never fails. We don't need a whole lot of fuel to work the reactors, so there's not a whole lot. But then it's pretty safe, I suppose, doing so. But the cons probably also that there's quite a few meltdowns in the reactors, and that can be very, very dangerous. Like the Chernobyl disaster was a meltdown of a nuclear reactor. There's been several chain reactions and meltdowns in Japan since the earthquakes. And another problem is there's quite a bit of pollution and waste disposal that we need to worry about, because you know, it's not easy to dispose of all this nuclear stuff. We don't know what we're going to do with it. Do you? I don't. It's toxic waste. What are we going to do? We don't know where to put it.
Now, Hubert, you just told me that pollution was a pro.
Well, there's not a lot, but when it comes to what we create, yeah, that's very polluted. We don't create a lot of it, but we don't know what to put what we produce. It's ridiculous.
Indeed.
It's simply ridiculous.
Now, Hubert, what roughly, what is the cost for nuclear energy?
Well, a typical power plant, I guess, will cost around $300 million to put in, which I guess in perspective is kind of a lot. And to keep a nuclear energy and power running in a home, it does cost a bit more than most energy sources. It costs $59.30 per megawatt hour, as opposed to the 52 of natural gas, or maybe 54 of wind energy. So yes, I guess in consideration, it's a bit more expensive, but it's a lot cleaner than a lot of the other ones like coal and gas. And 15th of the world's energy is nuclear.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, and we thank you for having us on our show.
Thank you very much, sir. I have to get back to I don't know what college I'm going to have to get back to. I have to get back to Cornell. I sleep under the bridge. I'm not a real professor.
And that's all the time we have, folks. I'm Chips Clydesdale. This was The Hot.